In the last hour, in the last 4 hours, in the last 6 hours NYT, Trump requests options for removal of U.S. troops in South Korea. Trump orders Pentagon to consider reducing U.S. troops in South Korea. South Korea says U.S. denies report that Trump ordered to mull troops cut. Seoul dismisses possible reduction of U.S. troops in Korea in the last 8 hours. Yesterday, will we stay or will we go? A look at removing U.S. troops from South Korea, U.S. troops, and Korea's future. In the last 7 days, peace in Korea won't mean homecoming for U.S. troops. Video, South Korea wants U.S. troops to stay regardless of peace with North. South Korea vows to keep U.S. troops even if deal to end war reached. South Korea, U.S. troops off the table in peace talks. South Korea allows U.S. troops to stay despite pact with DPRK. South Korea wants U.S. troops to stay. Korea wants U.S. troops to stay. Video, South Korea wants U.S. troops to stay. South Korea to keep U.S. troops even with peace treaty. South Korea says U.S. troops will not leave despite détente with North. U.S. troops to stay in South Korea despite possible peace treaty with North. U.S. troops to stay in South Korea. Korea want U.S. troops to stay regardless of any treaty within Korea. South Korea says U.S. troops are staying, regardless of any peace deal. U.S. troops will stay in South Korea. South Korea wants U.S. troops regardless of any treaty. South Korea's Moon says peace deal wouldn't mean U.S. troops withdrawal. Korea denies peace treaty would lead to pullout of U.S. troops. U.S. troops in South Korea is separate issue, says Blue House top office. U.S. troops in Korea needed even after peace treaty. No discussion on removal of U.S. troops from North Korea. Report, John Kelly stopped Trump from pulling U.S. troops out of South Korea. Why would Trump push for withdrawing troops from South Korea? NBC News says Trump wants to pull U.S. troops out of South Korea. U.S. to decide troops' fate in Korea amid Korean peace bid. In the last month, from nukes to U.S. troops, 5 key obstacles to peace with North Korea. North Korea dropped demand to remove U.S. troops from South. North Korea drops removal of U.S. troops as condition for denuclearization. North Korea offers to denuclearize without withdrawal of U.S. troops. North Korea agrees to U.S. troops in Peninsula. Seoul. South Korean leader says North Korea dropped demand to remove U.S. troops. Defense ministries of Korea, U.S. deny increase in USFK troops. Remains of U.S. troops could return home from North Korea after 60 years.